Hello, boys and girls. Well, I was most disappointed the other day. Do you remember I told you I was going to go down to the HMV store and buy the new St. Trinians film, St. Trinians 2, which I kept meaning to try and go and see last year at the cinema. I never actually got around to doing it, or things kept happening, so I never actually saw it. Well, it was supposed to be coming out first week of, or second week of April, I think. And I went down to HMV the other day. They've put it back, dear, to the end of May. How disappointed was I? But I got something different. Now, it's a programme that I'd never seen before, but a lot of people are talking about it, and it sounded my sort of thing. Kind of a remake. No, it's not a remake at all. It's its own thing. It's a bit like the old Fame series, and it's called Glee. Has anyone seen Glee? Now, I've got to be honest, not too impressed with the title of that. Glee. It doesn't sound good, does it? Glee. Does it? But anyway, I put it on the television the other night for the first time. I've recorded it. And I watched it and I thought, this is good. And then at the end of the show, they said, and that's the last in the series of Glee. The new series starts in a couple of weeks. So I thought, oh, God, I've missed the whole thing. But lo and behold, there I am in HMV. And look what I have purchased. The Glee first series. How wonderful. Glee Season 1. But they call them seasons in America, don't they? Season 1, Volume 1, it says here. 13 episodes on here. It says, television's freshest, funniest, most talked about new series. William McKinley High School. What is it? William McKinley High School once had a champion Glee club, but now they're floundering. What is a Glee? I don't know what a Glee club is. One of the Americans is going to have to write in and tell, what is a Glee club? It says, that's when an idealistic Spanish teacher, Matthew Morrison, takes up the cause, vowing to transform the ragtag group of singers and dancers into champions. Filled with beloved characters and dynamite musical numbers, Glee Road to Sectionals is an electrifying, pitch-perfect winner. And as I see, I've only seen one programme so far, so I've actually bought the 13 episode. It says Season 1, Volume 1. I don't know what that means. Is there more? And it's got a picture of all the characters on the front there. I quite like the one with the Mohican. Probably a bit too young for me. But how old is he? Probably about 19, is he? A bit too young for me, I'm afraid. Very good looking. They're all good looking, aren't they? Well, they're bound to be, aren't they? You know, these American kind of youth programmes are always very good looking on the front there, aren't they? So there we are. I look forward to watching this. Now, I rang up my sister and my little nephew, Jimmy, 13, who hasn't seen it. And that surprised me. I thought that would have been his sort of thing. Don't all the little children watch this sort of stuff, don't they? Glee. Anyone seen Glee? What series are we up to? All we've had so far here in the UK is Series 1. So I don't know what you're up to at the moment. What do you think of Glee? Do let us know. There's an email address to the show. The email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. All right? chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. We must start off with this email that came... Oh, sorry, I've got... I've got a bit of a sniffy today. Sniffy nose, that's what I'm saying. We must start off today with a letter from Ashley, who wrote in last week and put a second... Where is it now? Let me get this right. There we are. Sent a second email in, which we didn't have time for on the last show. And Ashley writes... Ashley's a girl, incidentally, just in case you're wondering, because Ash is a boy's name and a girl's name. In this case, Ashley is a girl. Ashley says, I've been backtracking on the United Kingdom Talk website and listening and watching old recordings and live shows. I've heard letters, emails and messages from other listeners and wanted to answer a question from you. And the question was, how did you ever find out about this programme, United Kingdom Talk? And Ashley says, I found out about your show through Live 365. Yeah, we often mention Live 365. That's really where this show all started. I had some websites I purchased some web space on Live 365, started putting my shows on there, and that's really how it all started. Do you know what? I'm going to have to go and get a little bit of tissue to blow my nose, because it's driving me mad. Sorry, talk amongst yourselves a minute. It's only next door, all right? Let me just get a little bit of tissue. Perhaps I'll just sit next to me with the whole toilet roll. That's what I do. And we can't afford to buy tissues, dear. That's better. 1 minute. Oh, toilet roll next to me now. There we are. That's better. Let's just blow my nose and I can carry on in comfort. You don't mind, do you? Oh, I could have been a foghorn. Let me tell you, if I wasn't on the Titanic, it would never have sank, dear. Would it? I would have just blowed my nose and those icebergs would just have got out of the way. And that's it. Awful, isn't it? Is it 98 years now since that boat sunk? Dreadful. Dreadful, dreadful, terrible loss of life. Yes, this programme really started, I think, on Live 365. And since then, it's expanded onto its own website, of course, over the course of 5 years. UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk. We do the live show now on Mondays. Don't forget the live show. You can hear the live show every Monday afternoon at 12 o'clock UK time by going to UnitedKingdomRadio.co.uk. That's where you'll find that one. Okay, you can watch or just listen. And once again, find that at UnitedKingdomRadio.co.uk, 12 o'clock UK time on Monday afternoons. And on Live 365 are hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of other stations doing every genre you could possibly think of. There's something for everyone there. That's where I started. And indeed, that's where a lot of people still listen to this show. I wonder, is anyone listening to this show on Live 365 who has been doing so for nearly 5 years? If so, I'd like to hear from you, mate. Do you think the show's changed very much? Have I changed very much, apart from got older and fatter? Before you mention it, see, I've got in first there. Eh? Then do let us know. Chris at UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk. Ashley says, I was browsing Live 365 while bored at work one day and scrolled through the talk category and found something in the UK. Hello, it's me. I could go on and on all day about why I've been an Anglophile for many years, but it would take up too much time. I'm sure it wouldn't, dear. You write as long emails as you want, my lovey. It's all about my heritage and distant relation to Queen Elizabeth II. Believe it, I can show proof. No. What do you mean you're a distant relation? Tell me more, love. Oh, you've keeping us hanging on tender hooks now, lovey. I'll be at the beach for the rest of the week and the weekend, and I'm looking forward to next week's shows. It's all right, ain't it all right to have the beach down there? Do you live near the beach? Oh, that's wonderful. I do pointless, a little bit pointless living near the beach here in the UK because it's so blooming cold, dear. Yeah, even in the summer it's too cold to go in the sea, near enough. Well, you get a few days, but that's about it. I'll have to send a couple of pictures of my dogs and my family for you in the future when I'm not at work. Yes, you must send pictures, dear. We like to see what pets look like, and people, and places, and where you live, you know. By the way, I work at a financial institution, so I'm sure you can imagine the boredom associated with that position. Well, that's what this show is for, my dear Ashley. Okay? It's for people who are bored at work to plug into the back of their computers and desperately try and alleviate the boredom of sitting there counting figures and bits of paper. God, how do people do these jobs? Eh? They sit there, look, oh, 1, 2, and they move bits of paper around a desk. God's sake. I also wanted to say hello to my dear friend Christina, who lives in Newham. Is that in Newham in London, dear? Oh, that's rough there, dear. What a rough old area that is. Is she all right living there, dear? Most people, I think, want to get out of Newham. It's true. So, hello, Christina. I've asked that she listen into your show next week and maybe she'll get a laugh or two out of it. Hope you've been well. Love from Houston. Hello, Houston. Come in, Houston. T minus 15 seconds. Yeah, can you take off? Start the engines. Affirmative. T minus 15 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Is that where the rockets go off from? Oh, yeah. What about Obama the other day? He wants to send, within 30 years, a manned mission to Mars. Oh, I hope I'm around to see that. I wish I was around, and I hope I'm around to see space travel. Not just to the moon. I mean, we've done that, dear. I don't know why all these Americans are getting upset, really, about the fact that they've cancelled the trips to the moon. We've done it, dear. We've done it. We need to go somewhere else. Mars. He wants to send people to Mars within 30 years. Well, how long does that take to get there? Is it more than a day, lovey? I mean, because it's bad enough going to Australia, even sitting in business class, lovey. Eh? Will they be able to walk around the spacecraft? Is there a gymnasium or a swimming pool on board the spacecraft, lovey? Huh? I like that idea, men going to Mars, don't you? Yep, we like that very much. All right, thank you, Ashley. How are we doing this? So, let me have a quick look here. Now, what else have I got to tell you? I've got to tell you. Oh, here, train travellers everywhere. Now, I don't know about you, but I like the trains. I do like travelling on trains. You can sit there, look out the window, watch the world go by. Something you can't do on a plane. It's boring flying. It's so boring flying. Well, if you get bored on trains as well, look at this. I bet you've got these already in America. We're so behind here, dear. The first onboard television service for train travellers in the UK has begun. Now, apparently, you've got to pay for it. It's extra. Oh, yes, dear. Won't be any of this in the cheap seats, dear. You've got to pay for this. The service has been introduced on some high-speed trains operated by First Western Railway. Now, apparently it plans to introduce a new service in one carriage of all of its 54 high-speed trains which run from London's Paddington. TV shows, sports programmes and documentaries can be seen on the screen, which is on the back seat. I mean, why do people watch sports programmes? I just don't get it. They sit there, don't they, watching hours and hours of football and cricket. And what is cricket all about? Please tell me. I don't understand it. How do you work out who's winning? Please, someone explain that to me, because I don't get it. I do not get cricket at all. They watch hours of it. Football, my dad was one. Full volume on the commentary, watching the football for hours on end. Boring as sin, dear. Apparently, other features will include the latest news. OK, we'll have some of that. A moving map, which displays real-time journey information. Now, I don't know about these moving map things. You know, they've got them. Anyone who's flown before will know what they mean by the moving map. And it shows you where you are, where the position of the plane is on the map. And if you watch it, it just seems to take forever to get anywhere. Have you noticed that? One of the worst ones is coming back from Australia, because you leave Sydney, right? And if you watch that moving map, 5 hours later, you are still flying over Australia. It takes so long to fly over Australia. It really does. I never watch that moving map on the plane because it just feels like the blooming thing isn't moving, dear. When the rollout is completed, passioners will be able to pay a flat fee of £3.95 via their mobile phones to access the screen in front of them, and you can watch as many TV shows as you like during the journey. Or you can get access for an hour for £1.50. Actually, that's not too bad. £3.95 if you're doing just a one-off journey. But if you're doing a regular thing, perhaps they'll have a season ticket. Would they have a season ticket? Now, also, talking about planes, as I was doing about now, what about that big cloud of ash? We had no flights leaving or entering the United Kingdom for days, dear, because of the volcanic ash that the Icelanders sent over here. They hate us, dear. The Icelandic people hate us. First of all, they took all our money. And now they're sending plumes and clouds of smoke over here, dear, with volcanic ash. So our planes cannot take off. Mind you, it's been lovely and peaceful, I must say. Come on, let's have some more exploding volcanoes. What's that big one they've got in America? Jellystone? Is it Jellystone? Is it Jellystone? Yellowstone. Is it Yellowstone National Park? Have you got a big volcano over there bubbling away? What happens to that? Is that the biggest one in the world? The one at Yellowstone National Park? I mean, when that goes up, that's the end of it all, isn't it, eh? When that eventually goes up, I suppose. Oh, dear, I don't know. Now, another email here. Oh, my friend Ronnie, I don't know if he actually got off or not, but he was supposed to be going to, is it the Maldives or somewhere? I don't know, somewhere poncy like that with his other half. And I think he was actually set to travel around the period that the volcanoes were going off. So I don't know if he managed to get off or not. Another email here. This is from our lovely Jennifer. Hello, Jenny, darling. Everything all right, lovey? Good. A new regular correspondent is our Jennifer. And she writes, I've just finished watching the 13th of April show, and you were talking about thin eggs. What do you mean about thin eggs? Ah, well, I meant chocolate Easter eggs. Okay, lovey? Chocolate Easter eggs is what I meant, although I think you thought differently. Hang on, I've lost a bit of paper now. Where is it? Oh, dear. There it is. It's okay. It's okay. Don't panic. Don't panic. Oh, I'm going to sneeze now. Oh, I think I'm going to sneeze anyway. Look at the light. Oh, dear me. Why is it looking at lights make you sneeze? Have you noticed that? If you want to sneeze and it won't come out, often looking at lights makes it come out of your mouth, doesn't it? Oh, actually, Jennifer, can I just open? I think this has come from you, actually. Let me have a quick look here, darling. I received... Oh, dear. I've received a package. Yes, it's from young Jennifer. Yes, it is. Now, what is in here? Oh, I haven't got my scissors. How am I going to get this open without my scissors? Oh. Just a minute. Let me go and get a pair of scissors. Oh, hang on. I'll see if I can get it open with it. I probably damaged the pen now doing this. It's very exciting. Jennifer has sent me a package and I have no idea what's in it, lovies. How kind is that for someone to send something in? Oh, she's packaged it up well. Have you double wrapped this or something, dear? Oh, you have, yeah, okay. Right. The only thing is with these padded envelopes... Oh, no, this one's filled with plastic. Oh! Plastic cows, dear, look! Oh, thank you, Jennifer. This looks like one of the cows that you look after. It looks like one of those mozzarella cow, water buffaloes. It's not a water buffalo, is it, lovey? Hey, I'm going to just move my London bus and position it up here with my little my shelf of many things that kind people sent in. Oh, there's another cow. What's this? 1 minute. Oh, this is a black and white cow sitting down and having a rest. You have to watch out when cows are sitting down and having rests, because that means it's going to rain. And look, I can put them all on my shelf. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Is there a little note? Oh, there is a note. There is a note. It says, "Hi, Chris, did you actually think I was going to send you a real cow?" Well, yes, actually, yes. A little bit disappointed. They're little plastic things. But never look a gift horse in the mouth. I don't know. Maybe if I stroke that cow long enough, milk will come out of it. The black and white one is a dairy cow. That's the little one that's sitting down. Little black and white cow there. And the brown one, the big brown one, is an Angus beef cow. Oh, we eat these poor things, don't we? Oh, must kiss it, darling. We eat these poor things, don't we? Is an Angus. Not included is the steak knife and fork. Not included is the milking machine. How disappointing. Thank you very much, Jennifer. It's very kind of you. Very kind of you indeed. Look, send little things in the post like that. Totally unexpected. Isn't it nice when you get a surprise through the post? And I've got an email here also from Jennifer, which says, we're talking about the eggs. What do you mean about thin eggs? Are you talking about chocolate eggs or real chicken eggs? No, I was talking about chocolate Easter eggs. I'd like to mention that the 3 chickens I have, that is Pop-Tart, Peanut and Dot, what nice names for chickens, aren't they, have very hard eggshells. I have noticed that the eggs I purchased from the grocery store are very fragile. I always manage to break one before I get them all home. Oh no, you must be very careful, dear. Don't go buying food from the supermarket and then damaging it, lovey. That's not good, is it? Terrible waste of money, love. That's almost as bad as people that throw away half-eaten dinners. Oh, that does annoy me. My sister does that. She doesn't finish her plate, straight in the bin. It's wrong. Don't cook so much. However, my chickens must be pretty well fed because I've dropped many of them from the counter. What, the chickens, dear? How cruel you are. Oh, sorry, I see what you mean. Because I've dropped many of them from the counter onto the floor or in the sink while washing them, and they are very resilient. Oh, you're talking about the eggs, are you? I thought you were saying you're dropping your chickens on the floor. Poor things. They can't fly, can they, dear? It's not like that they can fall over and fly. Chickens can't fly. Why did God give them wings? I don't understand. How strange. By the way, the picture behind me isn't working properly today. It's like a bit jumpy. I don't know why that is. If they do break, it's just a hairline crack and the egg is still intact and not leaking. Well, you see, you've got good quality eggs, dear. You could sell those for a premium, couldn't you, eh? I guess it really all depends on what they eat. I know the chicken farmers really don't care about the individual chicken and its health and just feed them the cheapest chicken scratch. Yeah. And then we can get onto the subject of those awful battery places. Battery chickens, they're called, aren't they? Well, they have the little cage and there's thousands and thousands of them in sheds, and I just... Oh, the thought of that, it's awful, isn't it? Makes me very sad to know that we would keep a creature like that. Recently, actually, Jennifer, they're now trying, as an experiment, to open a battery cow place where cows are kept. I mean, just the sound of it, it sounds horrific. One would presume tiny little cages where the cows can't move. It's wrong. It's wrong to keep living creatures like this, isn't it? Eh? I think so. Should be allowed to roam around and do their thing. Not stuck in tiny little cages and that. It's wrong. Jennifer says, however, I just love my chickens. Not only do they eat the hearty chicken feed, made just for their strong egg production, but they even eat people food. What, like bags of crisps? They're not having any of my crisps or my bush baked beans, dear. They love rice, tomatoes, oranges, pears, crackers, cereal, bread soaked in juice. I'd come round to your house, Jennifer, if you're feeding the chickens that sort of thing. What you feed people must be even better. Who is it? Many a day they get leftover dinner ground up in a chopper. They love to drink ice cream, yoghurt and smoothies. I've caught them a couple of times ripping a lizard apart. Oh, poor lizard, dear. We like lizards. I like lizards. They're pretty things. Is someone going to send me... Is it you who's going to send me a picture of your bearded lizard? Who's got the bearded lizard? I can't remember now. Send that picture in. That was funny. I hope they are happy chickens because they sure are spoilt. A spoilt chicken is a happy chicken. You know that? It's like my nieces and my nephews and niece. Spoilt nephews and niece are happy children. They are. I had to build them their own chicken condo. I hope they're paying rent, dear. Don't let them go away with not paying rent. and a large pen that runs in the backyard to keep the hawks from taking dives on them. Protect your chickens, dear, at all costs. Now, we almost lost one during an attack, and so I was so ticked off, I picked up a large rock and chucked it at a falcon that tried to take one. I should hope so as well. Eating your poor babies like that is a liberty, that's what it is, dear. We do have a rat that comes out at night to scrounge up their leftover food. My 2 fat cats, Oreo and Chester, watch the pen at night for that rat. Oh, good girls. Good cats. Sometimes I'll leave the gate open and they go inside and wait for it. As of yet, the cat's 0, the rat's 100. Oh, stupid cats. Come on, the cats will have to be trained, dear. Don't feed them. They'll soon catch that rat then, dear. She says, well, this part of the email is 2 days later. I've just finished listening to the April the 15th show. Number 1, she says, keep the TV where it is. That's the TV behind me on the wall here. Those of you watching the show that would notice there's always a TV behind me there. I enjoy watching your outings. Dallas, that's her daughter, has even mentioned a couple of times about the things that were shown on it. The last time you questioned whether you should take it or leave it, she definitely said leave it there. Plus, it gives your viewers something to look at. What, you mean, rather than my ugly face? Is that what you're saying, lovey? God, am I ugly? Oh, what can I do, darling? That's just the way it is. God has made me ugly. God makes some people good looking. For example, Tom Cruise. But me, I'm just normal. Sorry, lovey, that's how it is. Okay, well, I think we're going to leave the television, the TV there. A few people have mentioned that I should leave it there. Number 2, you had me laughing my butt off when you felt pity for the cows we slaughtered. Yes, of course I feel pity for all animals that are killed, even for eating. It's just amazing how people are and the way we lead our lives. I, for one, do love animals, but they were created for us to eat. Oh, were they? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I look at my poor cat, dear, and I don't think I should be eating her, lovey. Or should I? Should I be eating my cat as well? How long do you cook her for? And what gas mark in the oven? What temperature do I set my oven on to cook my poor cat? My pussy wants to be in the oven. I think she wants to be in there. She wants to make me happy by me eating her. What do you reckon? Does anyone want the paws? Have we got any young lads who would like one of my cat's tail to put on the end of their motorbike? Eh? No, you're not eating my cat. Leave her alone. Can you imagine if this world were overpopulated by cows? Well, there's a programme on the telly, actually, called Loose Women. I mean, that's a similar thing, isn't it? Because that's overpopulated by cows, dear. It doesn't bother me to see a cow or deer hanging, although I personally don't ever want to take part in the slaughter activity. Just the eating. Oh, no, I couldn't be involved in anything like that, dear. So in a way I can relate to your feelings, and in another way I feel you're loony because it's a part of life. Yes, you know I'm a loony. Har, 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 har. Bruh, bruh, bruh. Who is it? Who is it? Har, har, har. London. You know I'm a loony, Jennifer. That's why you like the show, innit? She said the picture you have on the April the 15th show at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, who are those 2 women? Well, on the left is my sister, and on my right is my gorgeous, stunning niece, who just gets better looking every day. Unfortunately, this does not happen to her uncle. She probably gets it from me, actually. OK, that's my sister and my niece. That's the one on the April the 15th show. Main website for the show, unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. She says, OK, la-di-da, have a great day. Until next time, from Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. Time for me to go, boys and girls. Thanks so much for joining me. Don't forget the email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Thanks for watching and listening. See you on the next show. Bye-bye now.